Hey there everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the Thailand Giant. It is early March. I think it's March 9th or something like that. 2013. This is my Thailand Giant. As you remember, we brought it in last fall. We chopped it right back to the ground, stuck it in this pot with no drainage, and yeah, we just I thought it would just put out a couple of leaves and that would be that. But it's been growing down here pretty steadily. It's not getting as big as when it was outside. Obviously, the roots are more constricted, and the light level is considerably less. All the light that I have here is under the grow lights over here, and it is, as you can see, off to the side of the grow lights. So it's a well-lit spot where it is at, but it's not a bright spot. But these guys don't need a lot of light. As long as they can survive until the following season, when it can go back outside, that's all that I care about. By no means do I want it to be as big as it was outside inside, because it was pretty massive. Let me do a little bit of a size comparison here. As you remember, the leaf was almost as big as I was, and the leaf is probably about, I don't know, 18 to 20 inches long, and that's pretty. It's funny to say that that's small, but it's small in comparison to what it used to be. So it's going to have a good head start for next year, and yeah, hopefully it gets even bigger this next year. As for my baby giant, I just stuck it in here. It is in a better lit spot upstairs in the house, but unfortunately, colocaceae, any of the elephant ears, I guess, can be prone to spider mites, and that could be a problem. As you can see, this one's not looking too great. It was looking much better, but it got hit hard with spider mites. I've since resolved this problem, but the leaf is still looking pretty sad. It used to have 2 or 3 other leaves, but they just were absolutely disgusting, and I took them off. Hopefully it regrows. In fact, I know that it will regrow. They're pretty hardy little devils. So let's put that back in the pot. I'll put that back upstairs later. So yeah, that's the Thailand Giant. Still alive, still looking really good. Except for, I guess, it's got some spotting on the leaves. But again, it's in a stressed out environment. I can't expect it to look beautiful. There's a little bit of stress down here. Well, this is probably to do with very little light. But it also, as you can see, it kind of goes on a line, so that's in a really shaded spot. It's where the leaf kind of bends over, and it's pretty dark on this side. And then Thailand Giant seems to take everything away, but this is the papaya. If you remember the papaya from my patio, it's doing better than I thought it was going to do. As I discussed with you guys before, I chopped it down, and there were little nubbins growing out the side of the trunk. So I thought, hey, maybe they'll grow, maybe they won't. I'll just take it downstairs and see what happens. Papayas tend to like full sun locations. I've read that they don't tolerate shade at all. But again, this is growing in a very shaded spot. It's not growing at its full force. If any of you guys have ever grown papaya, you know that they grow quite quickly. Growing up to 6 feet, maybe even more in a season. I think mine grew about 5 feet tall, 4 or 5 feet tall, in a small pot, in the same pot that it's in right now, actually. So if it could do that in a small space, if it was planted in the ground, it would really take off. But the leaves look relatively healthy. This one not so much, but all in all, it looks pretty good, and I'm very surprised that it's made it this far. And let's look down here. See, this is kind of what they started off as, little nubbins. I'm excited to see how they turn out. Very excited to see this. it will go back outside. I will plant some lovely plants around it. This pot is getting to be a little bit small because look at the size of this trunk. This trunk is probably, I don't know, 3 inches across. And this pot just makes it, at one time this pot seemed big to me. It's probably, I don't know, 16 inches across. As a little patio planter, it's a nice size, but gonna feel small. I also brought some ivy in. This was the planter for the end-set banana. I had some ivy in it, and I really loved the ivy, so I decided to bring it downstairs and just see if it overwintered. It's really getting leggy, but as you can see, it's growing along the floor. I've stepped on it a few times. I haven't cut it back, but it's really doing what it does best, twining all around. What I'll probably end up doing is in the next couple of weeks, I might do some videos on propagation, because I want to get as many plants of this as possible so that I can have a nice display up here. Get more plants. These were very expensive. I think I paid $10 a pot for these last season, so I thought, I don't want to do that again. Even though they were beautiful, they didn't fill out like I thought they were going to do. So this year we'll take cuttings, we'll put them all in the pot, and we'll have a good time with it. We'll see what happens. Experimenting is fun. Anything else up here? Nothing at this particular moment. I will have more updates from stuff that's growing here in the grow room at later times. Got some seeds growing, or trying to grow, but still no real signs of life. My goji berries might be putting out little roots, but I will keep you posted on that when I know for sure. Anyway, happy growing, everyone.